mind you, Brandon, is this a plan? Brady, Christie, this might be everything's coming in order. Elections coming 1 year. The House of Representatives did a impeachment inquiry, and I saw a video of Republican Scott Perry. He's talking to a regime reporter from England, mind you, talking shit about us. She suggests that Republicans don't have any evidence against Joe Biden for their impeachment. And look at how he checks her in real time. Kelly, roll that clip.
What actual evidence do you have, as opposed to allegations, to show to the American public that would merit an actual impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden and prove that today isn't just about some of you?
Oh, I don't know.
McCarthy for the sake of enacting political revenge.
This isn't about political revenge. We have the bank accounts. We can see, ma'am, you can see that the homes that the Bidens own can't be afforded on a congressional or Senate salary. You also understand that it's not normal for family members to receive millions of dollars from overseas interests. Those things aren't normal. That's not normal to have 20 shell companies. These things are not normal, and it alludes to not only just widespread corruption, but money laundering, if not influence peddling itself. And we also have the president, the vice president at the time, on record saying that the prosecutor was fired. Well, son of a bitch, the prosecutor was fired. Right?
Time to get him.
Because the prosecutor was going after
Look at him. Oh, he's ready. Watch, Brandon.
Was working on. That's what we have. If you can't see that, if you
but it's
that blunt, I'll turn it over to the attorneys.
Watch this, the attorney. Watch this.
Look. It's political revenge.
Because you
Look
don't
at his face.
report
Hey,
on
brother.
You're not,
We're
I
here
don't think,
reporting on it today.
I'm not sure how you know what the American people think, but here's what they might wonder.
No, that's fine. Yeah, well, buddy, Scott.
By the way, that guy's gonna look like Mitch McConnell by the next week.
In 20,
There's gonna be half like this.
in 20 days. In 20 days. But look, here's my question though. And Christy, I want to start with you. Do you think this is a plan from both sides? Because I don't think there's no sides. Because Republicans, this is all barking. Do you think that now that this impeachment inquiry is coming up, it's all set because they want him out at that certain time for bringing Kamala just kind of into the fold? What do you think?
I think everything's kind of planned out. It's like, it's too obvious.
Isn't it weird?
It's too weird.
Isn't it weird? It's weird.
It's too obvious. And I have to laugh every time I see something like that because I've gotten mad so many times.
I get furious.
Like, how many times, how big are you going to get the elephant before you have to address it?
And
It's ridiculous.
And how many times are Republicans, because like I said, the political system in the United States is like wrestling. They're killing each other. They're yelling at backstage. They're best friends, but they go to dinner.
Yeah, and nothing gets done.
Nothing gets done. I'm tired of it. Like, even this makes me like, yeah, they're talking crap to a reporter. What happens? And then Brandon, I want to come to you and then to Brady.
Yeah.
This is, notice, now he's not at 9/11. He's not at ground zero.
The first president.
You know, the first president since 20-some years doesn't go to ground zero. He's in Vienna. He's running around G20 summits. Guess who is at ground zero? Look who they slide in.
Right.
Kamala's there, and bro, if you saw the video, he's in Vietnam like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, why is
but Brady, hers is presidential. Hers is good. And listen to the audacity. Kelly's about to roll it. Kamala Harris stands up there and she lumps in 9/11.
Oh my God.
And Pearl Harbor with the January 6th guided tour, and that's exactly what it was. Kelly, please show that. Look how she's standing. Look at the photo shot. Is presidential. Roll it. Look at that.
Oh, God, look at the black in her eyes.
Calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941.
Pearl Harbor.
September 11th, 2001. And January 6th, 2020.
Kelly.
Not only a place on our calendars.
Okay, Kelly, pause it. Kelly, since you made that noise, do you understand the disrespect, the blatant not giving a damn and just trying to make that day seem? I know of people, family members that died in New York. Pearl Harbor affected so many people's lives. Right. You're going to compare that to nobody dying on January 6th except for a military female veteran, Ashley Babbitt, that the Capitol Police shot in the chest and she died in front of everybody. What's your thoughts, Cal?
And I believe an officer died as well.
He had a stroke, but he didn't die
after.
He had a stroke after. Nobody died at the Capitol.
Correct.
Facts.
It still amazes me how we have other countries that have attacked us where hundreds of lives, thousands of lives have lost, and then you're gonna equate a riot for us people standing up for their rights to someone else killing and murdering and attacking our country. They're not on the same level at all. If you're going to do that, then what about the riots in New York and the riots in California where they burned and destroyed all these businesses? They hurt people.
Yep.
Those riots. What about that? All those dates. What about all the mass shootings in all of our freaking schools?
Yep.
What about all of those dates? January 6th, about fighting about our political rights is more important.
I know.
I can't even.
And mind you, January 6th, people thought, hey, the government might have tried to cheat against Donald Trump. Not like they didn't try it in 2016 with Hillary and the DNC with that Russia crap.
Absolutely
2020, you're gonna FBI's at Twitter telling people don't put any stories out about Hunter. It's all cheating, bro. I'm telling you right now, though, the person that's pointing the finger the most about something, they're the ones doing it. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, so I actually do see one similarity here, and that is that there's overwhelming evidence that we let 9/11 happen, we let Pearl Harbor happen, and let January 6th happen because, like the guy said on Tucker's show the other night, he was the police chief of the Capitol riot of the Washington, D.C. He said they were calling for the National Guard. Pelosi wouldn't let them bring him over. They knew ahead of time that there's going to be a problem, and they did everything in their power to have minimal security and not block the building off. So
it's almost like yeah, you didn't plan it, but if you know something is, that's a great point, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, like if you know something's about to go down and you go like this because you know the aftermath is going to give you the
momentum,
the power and the reach. Because dude, after 9/11, if you think about it, after 9/11, do you know how much we stretched into the Middle East? Like,
oh my gosh.
And mind you, I don't know if you guys saw this. Larry Elder was like, I don't think we went to the war from a lie. I couldn't talk because Pat had a point that he made, but 9/11, no Iraqis were on that plane. It was all Saudis. Then we go to Iraq and say he has weapons of mass destruction, and then they don't have it.
It's complete garbage.
What about the million people that were killed?
Well, back on Brandon's thing too, also just a quick snippet was Karine Jean-Pierre came out and said that after 22 years, the presidents didn't need to go to Pearl Harbor anymore. So after 22 years, Joe Biden doesn't need to go to the memorial anymore.
Wow, out of touch. How out of touch, Brandon?
Yeah, pretty. It's pretty bad. I mean, he's been a pretty anti-American president. So I mean, it's just another slap in the face. But yeah, in regard to all that January 6th and 9/11 stuff, it's like when a crisis happens, it gives the government like an unlimited free pass to do things that would have been unprecedented before, you know, like the Patriot Act after 9/11, you know, World War II. We did a bunch of stuff after that, after Pearl Harbor. Then after Jan 6th, they fenced off the freaking Capitol and it turned into like a military compound for the next month and like, you know, pushed through a presidential and what's it called?
The inauguration.
Yeah.
It's almost as if, Brandon, it's almost as if you're like a coincidence theorist. Like you're saying stuff that's like weird. You do something bad, like the Gulf of Tonkin incident and all these things that happen. And mind you, is it just me? Is it weird that on September 11th, and God rest everybody's soul and all the families that were affected. God bless all of you guys. My heart goes out to all of you guys. But isn't it weird that Condoleezza Rice calls the mayor of Chicago and goes, "Yo, dude, don't fly to New York this day." How did you? Why would you?
It's almost like, I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry, but also like even in Hawaii, the governor and the mayor, for some reason, they were gone too.
They weren't there.
They were all gone.
Weird. It's all vacation.
Like
so ironic.
Must just been luck.
It's pure luck, and which I love that this kind of goes because you were talking about a president that's the most anti-American. He has no idea what's going on. The they and the them.